Hello, and welcome to another edition of Sun Dragon Tips and Tricks. I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in downtown Brevard, North Carolina. And it's my weekend, my Monday, so I'm coming to you from my house. And I haven't filmed anything in a couple of weeks because we had our virtual sit and stitch a couple weeks ago, and then my parents were visiting. So I gave myself some personal space, some time off, and I thought I would ease back in by one of my life lessons from knitting and crochet. My last one was about taking time off, putting yourself in timeout, and so it's fitting that after putting myself in timeout just a little bit, I'm easing back in by looking at life lessons again. So, what to do? Anyway, thought about this a little bit. Sometimes these life lessons come from the knitting and seeing how it applies to my life. And sometimes it's a little reverse engineering. It's a little bit of what is going on in my life or others' lives, and how could knitting and crochet reflect and help on that a little bit. So today I wanted to talk about taking risks, doing the thing that scares you, but also about baby steps. So to thinking about how to tackle this, sometimes I know what I'm going to say and sometimes I don't. I have stuff going on in my life right now that could be exciting, might not be as big as I'm making it, and is a little scary to jump into or to even engage with. And as I'm pondering if I want to do this, I think about some of my knitters and crocheters who come into the shop and say, oh, I only make scarves, or I only do this, or I'm a beginning knitter. I could never make X, Y, or Z. And I try to encourage them to engage in it and say, of course you can do that. If you want to, of course you can. You can take the leap. If you want us to, we will push you out of the nest. We will break your comfort zone wide open. However, that can be scary. Sometimes pushing yourself so far out of your comfort zone that can be a little traumatic, can be a little scary. So it's, of course you can make a sweater. Even if you've only made scarves, dishcloths, other simple things in the past, of course you can do that. It may be a little traumatic or a little bit too much to jump all the way to the sweater that's got fancy things up in the yoke and lots of stuff going on and on pages of instruction. So baby steps. Push your comfort zone just a little. Do the thing that scares you so you know you can do it, to prove to yourself that you can do it. Be a little bit vulnerable with that, and you might be surprised. It may not come out perfect. It may not fit. But it's a little bit of slow it down, take some baby steps, give it a shot. No matter what, you learn a little bit for next time. I'm hearing echoes of a lot of my other life lessons in here, and they overlap. Everything overlaps. I'm reminded of a new yarn we have in the shop, Baroque Wizard. And they're all multicolored, and some of them share colors with other ones. Sometimes you won't believe that two balls are actually the same colorway, and they are. Or you'll say, wait, isn't that this colorway? Because there's overlap between them. Like all of these messages, all of the playlist of life lessons from Knit and Crochet, you will hear similar themes. So they are not distinct and separate and compartmentalized. Do the thing that scares you, but do it in bite-sized chunks that you're okay with. If you think socks are completely out of your reach, try a simple pattern first. Maybe do it with thicker yarn first, so it's not quite as scary, and it's not quite as I can't come back from this, because you can, but it can help to do it in smaller chunks. Find a way that makes it more manageable for you. I always tell everyone in the shop, take it line by line. Break it down into smaller pieces. Of this big pattern, only look You can look at the overview. When I teach classes, we look at the overview. We look at the entire pattern very briefly without overanalyzing anything in it. And then we go back to the beginning and we take it in baby steps. We do little chunks to help us get there. I'm working on, y'all know that my life got, well, those of you who have followed me for a while might know my life got a little crazy a year and a half ago. I'm tempted to think about re-engaging in the world, in my social life, whether that is a new friend, more than that. And that's scary. And so I'm going to slow my roll. I'm going to do baby steps. I'm going to do things that don't scare me quite as much. And good or bad, just like that sweater, whether it fits or not, I'm going to unpack and celebrate my accomplishments. And I encourage you to do the same. Whether it is the object you're about to make, working with big chunky yarn, whether it is the vulnerable risk you're about to take in engaging with another human being. Baby steps. And do it. Don't be afraid of it. Or acknowledge that you're afraid of it and give it a shot anyway. Baby steps. Take the risk. Thank you so much for watching. As you know, I always like to encourage people to subscribe and share this and like and comment. We have subscriptions if you like. See what Liz and I are doing over on our other channel, the Sun Dragon Sideshow. And as I always like to say, may your crafting be filled with joy and confidence. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.